All of these tutorials have to do with the Coin Lab. In this tutorial, you're going to learn how to open a spreadsheet and save that spreadsheet with me and make a copy of it. All right. I'm going to divide these. There's going to be a whole bunch of tutorials in an effort to make them shorter and easier. So the first one, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Canvas and see where it says Data from CoinLab Spreadsheet. The CoinLab data sheet, that's where you record all your data. Now this is what that dumped into. It dumped into this. Now, if you look at this, you're going to notice that there are actually two forms. I am not sure what the second form does. All right. We actually want form responses 1, which is where all our stuff actually is. All right. So if you look at this, you'll notice that you got the timestamp, date, year, weight in grams, student's name, thickness, and in millimeters. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually hide this first column. One of the weird things about Google, unlike other things, is that unlike Excel, is Google does not really let you delete things, but it does allow you to hide columns. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hide that column. Now, the other thing I want to do is I really need to make a copy of this data sheet because I want to make sure that we can that I can actually edit. If you guys start playing around with it, what you're going to notice is you actually can't do any editing this because this is the original. So you're going to need to make a copy. So you click on File, drag down to Make a Copy, and it's going to make a copy, and it's going to say Copy of CoinLab Datasheet Responses, and you're just going to take that, and you're going to put your name at the end of it. Okay, in my case, Jay Rasconi. All right, so I know who it is. And you're going to say OK. Okay, so you got copy of CoinLab Datasheet, and you're just going to say OK, and it takes a little while for it to make the copy. And boom, it pops back in, and again, and this is very annoying, it goes to the wrong page. So we're going to go to Form Responses 1. All right, so there it is. So all that stuff is. Now, and this is crucial. Now, this is yours, and you can see it says Copy of Coin Datasheet Labs Responses, then my name. In your case, it'll have your name. Click over here where it says Share, because right now it's private, and you're going to share it with your teacher. Okay, if you're Mr. Maycumber class, you're going to say maycumber@coilcast.com. At CC, in my case, you're going to send it to jrasconi at cc.dfrcs.org. Little trick with doing this. When you do this, you'll notice that my picture pops in there, okay, because I've edited it. So if you see the picture, you know you put in the right email address. If you don't see my picture, it means you didn't put in the right email address. So jrasconi at cc.dfrcs.org. Send. Boom. All right. So now, what's the first thing we're going to do? Well, one of the things is I want to hide some column, so we're going to hide it. All right. I right-click on the A, hide the column, so that's hidden. I'm going to kind of resize these. Like the year, I don't need this big empty space, so I'm going to slide this over. Diameter in millimeters, I'm going to make sure the headline falls. All right, so I've got all of these things together. Now, one of the things you notice, all right, we've got all the data here. Some of the data looks a little off, okay? I'm going to tell you this one right here, I think it's very unlikely that the diameter of that $0.50 was 30.72 and its thickness was 30.72. I think these guys made a little bit of an error. All right, so that's basically how you open the document, you make a copy of it, you share it, and then you hide the data and clean up the data. Okay, so that's the first part of the tutorial.